Hi friends, it's Candy here and welcome to my channel. Today I want to go over with you guys my December paycheck number 1 budget. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So first off, I just want to give a quick overview. I'm sorry for the glare here, but I like to use a composition notebook to keep up with my finances. And so as you can see here, I've got my place marked. This is December's budget. These are the tools I use. I usually pencil in my budget before I pen it in. And this has worked pretty well for me. Sometimes the ink does bleed through, but this is the ink R2 Blast. It comes in this beautiful blue color. And so for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, I will let you know how I set up my budgets. So up here I put the month and the year. And then up here, I put my total debt that I have going on right now. And then I put what I'm working on for my debt snowball. That's what the SB stands for. And as you can see here, I put my due dates and when I get each paycheck at the top of the months, or the pay periods rather. So this is our paycheck 1. That's what PC1 stands for. And this is PC2 or paycheck 2. And this is the amount that I get for each. And then here, of course, are all the bills that I have to pay on a monthly basis. And then we'll get into that in just a moment. And then, of course, I have other superfluous expenses like allowance, gas, groceries. Sorry if that's not focusing very well right now. I'm not sure what the issue is, but we have allowance, gas, and groceries here. BB stands for budget buffer, and there's our slush fund, our savings, and then I keep up with important dates. So that's just the general overview. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on my paycheck 1. So I'm zooming in here. So paycheck 1 comes to us on the 30th. So that means the 30th of November is when this paycheck came to us. And we got paid $2,081.09. So with this money, I pay for my bills. So on 12/1, this is our mortgage. It comes out at $556.55. 12/1 also, this is my Citibank card. I paid $98.07 to them. This was the second payment of 2 payments because I split my Citibank payments up into 2 separate payments for each pay period. And so that helped pay off this total bill of $249.63. So the closing date on the next Citibank bill is going to be December 8th. And then for my second paycheck, I'll have a new amount and new billing cycle to pay the first amount on. So one of 2 will be here. Next up is our power bill on 12/5, which we paid at $104.39. And this is down from even last month. So let's go ahead and see what last month was. Let's see. Power for last month was $115.96, which was even down for the month before. So one of the ways we're able to save on our power bill is now that the weather's getting colder, we have a wood burning fireplace. So I think that's really helped pretty significantly and may help even more significantly in the future, because that means our unit, our heater unit, is not running. You know, your air conditioner unit. Ours also does heat as well, as I'm sure most of all of you do. And so even then, our heater has become more efficient, or our AC unit has become more efficient too, because we upgraded that this year as well. And so, you know, I'm sure that's helped our power bill come down significantly as well. So, 12/7, this is my student loan. It is on administrative forbearance still, and so that's at 0. On 12/10 is when our water bill comes out. It's at $29.25. 12/13 is Total Wireless at $59.07. I highly recommend them. This is our cellular phone service. 12/14, this is my husband's student loan when it is due, and it is also on administrative forbearance at this time. And so as you can see right here, 12/15, this is Skylar. This is my vehicle. This is what we lovingly call her. And she is my new debt snowball. Now, for those of you who are just joining my channel, I paid off my husband's car last month. So let's flip back to last month. So his car is lovingly named Carly. And so I paid Carly off. I split my car payments up into 2 payments, 1 per period. And so on this payment on the 30th, I finally paid off my husband's car. And that was excellent because now I get to work on my car over here. And so because my student loans are still on forbearance, and because I paid off my husband's car last month, I am able to give even more money to my car. Now, let's also flip back and see the original payment on my car. Because my car is always due on the 22nd. But as I'm saying before, I always split my debt snowball payments up into 2 payments, 1 for each pay period. So her original payment was $323.38. And so as you can see here, her first payment for December is significantly more than that. And this number may change, especially as I gauge where we're at financially, especially since it's closer to the holidays. And even though our student loans are still on forbearance, you know, they'll eventually come off of forbearance in the near future. And so this number may change. But for now, I'm giving her $662. And that is, I guess, at least, it's a pretty significant increase from her original car payment of $330-something. So, as I said before, I split this up into 2 payments. As you can see here, I plan to make the same payment next pay period, but we'll get to that later when I do that video. So I still owe $10,348.26 on her. And then once I make this payment, of course, that's going to drop. And we'll get to that in a moment because I keep track of that up here. 12/15. One of the things that we like to do every year is we like to get a Christmas tree on Black Friday. And so that's what we did. And so we got a real tree, which I will show you guys here. I'll just insert a clip real quick here, but we paid $67.41. This is a new tradition that we started doing because instead of just sitting there consuming and stuff like that, we decided that as a family, we wanted to do something different. So every year on Black Friday now, and we've been doing this for like 3 or 4 years now, we go get a real Christmas tree from a local Christmas tree farm. And so that expense is not something we normally had, but I did write a check for it out of our banking account. So that's why I put it here, because I figured if we wrote it on Black Friday that it would hopefully clear the bank by the 15th. So I put it in this pay period. So let me insert a clip of our Christmas tree real quick, guys. So, friends, here is our Christmas tree that we got from the tree farm. Isn't she a beauty? She's about 6 feet tall originally, but in the tree stand, it probably makes her about 7 to 8 feet tall. And so we have multicolored lights on her and just some really lightweight ornaments, because this tree in particular This is a Leland cypress, and they say that these trees at the tree farm are really good for folks with allergies because they put off less pollen. So we've been getting a Leland cypress, for the past several years because my husband especially has allergies, and specifically tree allergies. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video of our tree. And here's our wood burning fireplace, as I mentioned before, that helps us save money on our expenses. So let's go back to my Paycheck One budget. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that clip of my Christmas tree. Super excited to have that, the opportunity to be able to do that. So we'll just move along. Our allowance is $80 per month. Me and my husband, we get $40 a piece. And for those of you that have questions, do my children get an allowance? Yes, they do. Usually they want to buy Robux, which is the money you can buy for the game Roblox. And I usually charge that on my City card because for some reason it won't take our debit card that comes straight out of our bank account. So we just do it that way. And this I withdraw in cash if I haven't already said that. Gas I peg at $40 per pay period because that's just what we've been spending. I've been driving my husband's car a little bit more, so I don't put as many miles on my car because he's been working from home a lot more lately. In fact, I mean, that might be a permanent thing for the foreseeable future. It just depends on how everything goes, you know, if you catch what I'm saying there. But for now, he's been working from home since, I want to say, March. And so I paid his car off. Might as well drive it, right, guys? Moving on to groceries. I usually pay $340 per pay period in groceries. And one reason for this increase, I mean, it used to be a little bit lower than this, was because I was trying to live a more low-carb lifestyle. And so with that, I usually buy more protein-related products, and they're a little more pricey. Not to mention the fact that just low-carb products are a little more pricey in general. That's even if you're buying snacks, people. I mean, you know, stuff like Rebel ice cream is pretty pricey too. You know, a pint of ice cream for like almost $5. I mean, come on, you know? So, girl's got to have her occasional snacks too, you know, and her sweet treats. So, that's why that is where it is. Because, you know, technically a lot of people will tell you to spend only $100 per person in your family, and we're a 4-person family. So technically per pay period, this should only be $200. And so we're $140 over that amount. So, you know, we are not going by what the experts say. We're going by what works for our family. And it fits into our budget. So, you know, it is what it is. If it fits into the budget, it fits into the budget. So I'm going to do it, you know. That's one of the things, you know, we sacrificed in other places so we can spend a little more in this. Like, I mean, we don't have a cable bill anymore. I cut that out a long time ago. So I guess we can spend more on groceries now. All right, guys, moving along. BB, budget buffer. I mentioned this before whenever I was doing my overview. Budget buffer for me stands for, some people call it a cushion. So this is what was left in my main checking account before this paycheck hit. So we had $102.45 for a budget buffer. Slush fund. Now, this is a separate checking account, separate from this main checking account that I pay all my bills with. This was what was left in my slush fund before this paycheck hits. So I had $118.64. Well, this month, guys, it's a little bit different, or this pay period, rather, should I say. Because I'm paying significantly more on my car, it kind of put us right to the limit. Because in the past, see over here, if you see from the month before in November, I only had $22.65 left, but yet I was able to, after I subtracted all my bills from this payment, I was able to add a little bit more into my slush fund and giving me more in the slush fund. This time, however, because I'm paying significantly more on my car because it's my new debt snowball payment, I am not going to add anything else to this slush fund because it put us right at almost zero when I subtracted all these bills out. And so the slush fund's going to remain at $118.64 for this pay period. Savings, I haven't had to withdraw anything in savings, but that might change depending on what comes up for my next Citibank bill, my credit card bill. Because I'm pretty sure I had to just recently charge my husband's vision visit. And guys, he needed something like bifocals or some crazy glasses, which was like $300 some odd, guys. And not only that, my child just had to go to the dentist to fix a broken tooth. I believe that was about 80 or closer to 90 bucks, which we charge on our credit card because it's not in our main bills. And so I may have to withdraw some money from savings to cover those medical expenses and any other expenses. Mostly to cover the medical expenses, because generally speaking, I can cover a small payment, you know what I'm saying, for a Citibank card, but I can't cover that big of a payment, you know, on the Citibank card. So I usually withdraw from savings, especially if it's to do with any medical expenses that we've incurred that just kind of popped up. So anyway, this will probably go down again. And I'm just hoping by the time we file our taxes, I always put my taxes back in the savings account. My goal was to put money back into savings once I paid my husband's car off last month. But I think I'm just going to wait. I'm going to continue with the debt snowball payments. And then when tax time rolls around, I'm just going to sock that tax money into the savings account. So that's my plan anyway, guys. We'll see how it works out. Anyway, I think that's a pretty good savings buffer if you ask me. It makes me feel good to know that I have $8,000 that should a medical expense like what happened with my husband come up, I have something to fall back on that I can pay for it with. And I don't have to go into debt over it. Okay, next up is important dates on 12/5. I kind of was writing in regular handwriting and then I went to cursive. This is Dan. That's a cursive N. Sorry about that, guys. It's not Dam's birthday. It's Daniel's birthday. So my son. So Daniel's birthday party, we had a little bit earlier this year. We're having it on 12/5. When I'm filming this, we've already had his party and he had a great time. He had a friend over and they just had a ball together. You know, because of what's going on right now, he doesn't always get to see his friend that often. So he just ate it up and he loved it. My child's actual birthday is on the 10th of December. So happy birthday to all you fellow December birthday people out there. But my son is turning 10, guys. I cannot believe it. So he was born in 2010. I mean, it's been a decade, guys. And I just can't believe that I have a 10-year-old. And it's amazing. He's the sweetest boy. I mean, I love this age. I mean, he's getting more mature and helpful, and he's just so sweet, you know. I mean, he has his moments, don't get me wrong. But I love my baby, and I just can't believe he's growing up so fast. And let's come up here. So let's change tack, and let's talk about my debt snowball and my total debt. So let's come up here. So, as I said before, I owed $10,348.26 this pay period. Well, I made this payment of $662, which brings our debt snowball down payments to $9,686.26. Now, this is amazing, guys. I mean, this means I'll probably have this car paid off by at least September of next year if I keep rolling with these kind of payments. So super excited about that I will have my car paid off by sometime next year. It's so exciting. So our total debt though had come down to below 40 grand, guys. We're winning. It was $39,565 and I dropped the change. And so after paycheck one, it's down to $38,903. So, whoop, whoop, we're winning, guys. So exciting. So, on that note, guys, I hope you are winning in your budgeting journey. And I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season so far. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you have a December birthday, I wish you a very happy birthday. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and any other holiday that you celebrate in December, and a very happy New Year. Take care, friends. I'll see you next time.